Arkansas, all sports. It's more sports.
I'm glad you're with us. We're going to get right to it tonight. We got a lot to get to over the next 30 minutes. We've got Bill Ingram joining us, Arkansas Hawks. You remember him from Real Deal in the Rock. He is our high school basketball expert, and he's talking Razorback basketball with us, getting ready for the big game against the Houston Cougars. Also coming up, TJ Hodges, the future Razorback, graduating from Bryant tonight, getting ready to report from the Hill. He is going to join us here in just a couple of minutes and kind of set the record straight on his recruiting. He wanted to get something off his chest. Really good interview coming your way. The news for the day, kind of the biggest notes that you need to know about. Ryan Silverfield announced 3 more assistant coaches today. Eddie Hicks, the cornerback coach from Cincinnati, official. Marion Hobby, the defensive line coach. He was an analyst at Tennessee last season. Before that, he was in the NFL for 8 seasons. I love that NFL experience. He can go out there and recruit and tell them, I know what it takes to get in the NFL. I know how to get you in the NFL. I like that hire. And then David Johnson, he was the running back coach, or he is the running back coach, came from Florida State, where he's the running back coach and recruiting coordinator. So this is a guy with some ties in the state of Florida. I like that hire. And the important thing is getting these guys on board, because recruiting season is here. Portal season, it's here. You know, there's talk going on behind the scenes. Portal opens officially on January 2nd. You need as many hands on deck as possible right now so that this can be a very important and will be a very important recruiting and portal season for Arkansas and Silverfield for his first class at Arkansas. Now, let's get to it and bring in our first guest, TJ Hodges. Let's talk a little Razorback football with TJ Hodges, the one of the newest Razorback signees. TJ, first of all, congratulations, a lot of congratulations on winning a state title, signing with Arkansas. It's been a pretty crazy couple of weeks for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's start with high school first. Take me back to that Rogers game. What was that like? Down 14, what was it, a minute 2:50 to go in the game, and y'all come back and force overtime and win it in double overtime. How was it playing in that game?
Man, it was very intense. I know everybody was on their toes, was probably thought we was gonna lose, but I had faith in us. I knew we were gonna take it away because we practice on it every day at practice. We practice on 2-minute women, like we do all that in the practice. So I didn't have no fear that we was gonna lose or whatever. But it was very intense. I think it was a wake up call for us, and we needed it because we know people ain't gonna lay down for us now. But
yeah, y'all finished the Rogers game strong and then started the Bentonville game strong. I mean, it looked like the offense hit a different pace those last 2 games.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we was just practice. We was trying to practice, get it down because we know we couldn't come out slow, especially in the state championship game. Because win or lose, it's your last one. So we was trying to seal offense. Seal the offense. So.
Do you feel like how much better did you get going up against that defense all the time in Bryant and playing in 7A? Was this a good year for you?
Oh yeah, sir. I got way better. I got more stronger, faster, and everything. I got better literally every day, every practice, because going against Bryant's defense, that's the best defense in the state of Arkansas. So when it come game time, it's just easy. So.
There are some dudes on that defense. I mean, the defensive line, the linebackers, Jacory. I mean, all over the field on that defense, man. It was impressive to watch in that state championship game.
Yes, sir.
How do you think you and Jacory? How do you think Jacory's going to do with the Razorbacks?
Great. He a dog. Anywhere he step his foot in, he ready to work. And that's all it takes. If you're ready to work and you're ready to, get better, and you coachable. And that's what he is. So I believe he's going to do great.
So you're graduating and about to head to Fayetteville here in a couple of weeks. What's that feeling like?
Man, I'm going to miss high school, but I'm ready. I'm ready. That's what I worked hard for. I'm ready. I'm just ready.
What are your plans for the spring? What are you going to be working on?
Speed. I say speed and strength for sure, because it's a big jump from high school to college, especially the SEC. So I say strength and the speed there. So I'm gonna exclude the speed. So yeah, but just strength really.
How big are you?
I'm 187 pounds now. I came in Bryant at 170. So,
wow.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What do you think you want to be at to play in the SEC? How big?
I'm gonna try to get to like 205. I think, I'll be able to get it before the first game next year.
So I'm guessing the going and reporting early, the whole goal, you want to play next year as a true freshman.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's my goal right there. So.
All right, talk to me about Silverfield and getting the call from him and deciding to be a Razorback. How did that go down?
Well, he been recruiting me for a very long time. I went to a camp in the 8th grade. He looked at my times. He looked at all that, and he was like, "Oh man, I need this kid." So he been on me real heavy since I was in the 8th grade. And when he became the coach of Arkansas, because I prayed about it, man. And once I pray about stuff, God give me the answer, and I know that's the right answer. So, once he became the coach, he hit me up. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm finna go ahead and flip." And then my friends already had it in their mind that they was gonna flip. So that we just made it happen.
Did you know he was going to be the coach, or did he break the news to you?
No, we did not. I didn't know. Ja'Cory didn't know. I don't. It's a lot of stuff that's going on the internet saying no. He was recruiting us for Memphis. Just so I can clear this up, he was recruiting us for Memphis. He didn't let us know he was becoming the head coach at Arkansas. He was going to take the job or nothing. And then as soon as he got there, that's when he called us. So I'm just trying to clear it up. He didn't. Nah, it wasn't none of that.
I saw that and I was like, I think he was recruiting, and people are misreading this and misunderstanding. He was recruiting them to go to Memphis and still staying in touch with them. And now maybe he was doing that for a reason, but that's a smart coach right there for you.
That's smart because he was staying in contact with us. He never said not one time I'm thinking about leaving or none of that. It was like one day he had hit me up. He was like, "So what I got to do?" Because I was like, I might just open my commitment up. Everybody didn't know. Nobody knew that I was decommitting or anything. Nobody knew until I flipped. And so I was like, man, I might just open my commitment back up. And I started talking to some coaches and stuff. He was like, "What I got to do to get you here?" So I'm thinking he's still talking about Memphis, And then once he flipped, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I think this is gonna be the move." So
was it a no-brainer once you found out he was
yeah,
in Arkansas?
yeah, it was.
What kind of relation? What's he like as a recruiter and just getting to know him?
Man, he a very good dude, honestly. He just loyal and he stay on you hard. He stay on you hard. He stuck to his word. He said he was gonna get me, and he got me. So he been telling me since the 8th grade, I'm gonna get you. You gonna end up with me. So that happened. So
does that mean a lot to players to be recruited early by a school? I say this because Carius Kern went into the portal, and I saw where Memphis was the very first school to offer him, and I just wonder how big of an impact that makes.
Yeah, it makes a big impact because that shows how much they interested in you. And once a coach stay on you so much, you like, oh, because some people offer some kids in the 8th grade and they're like, oh, well, I got a couple more years until I get this player, but he stayed on me he stayed on me hard, and it just helped. So it was like the relationship thing with me, and I was like, I felt comfortable, committing to Fayetteville because of him. So
I hear, and I saw Richard Davenport's story about you in the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. You're involved in church, playing the band. What all
yes,
you
sir.
play? What instruments you play?
I play the drums and I sing. So
you're gonna take that talent with you to Fayetteville.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm trying to I'm gonna keep releasing music. I got some music. I'm gonna keep releasing music, and I'm gonna see how far it take me to.
That's cool. Who's your favorite drummer?
It's a dude named Kyron. He real nice. He real nice. He played for a church. He played for a lot of churches, honestly. So just look him up. Name Kyron. Forgot his last name. It's Kyron. I forgot, but he real nice. He real nice, and I've been watching him since I was younger.
You have drums there at the house?
When I moved, I had to throw them away. Well, I didn't throw them away. I gave them away, but
Are you gonna get some more for Fayetteville?
Mm-hmm.
Drive your roommates crazy? I guess you drove your parents crazy.
Well, I was in that garage. I do it every time they go to work, so they ain't have to hear it for real. But the neighbors, I know they hated me, but it sounded good. So,
what are you looking forward to about moving to Fayetteville and going to school?
I'm looking forward to a good year. It's a big jump, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a mama's boy. I'm having to grow up early, leave my mama, but I'm just trying to start my life out right. trying to be successful in football. Well, not even football, just football. It's sports, like schoolwork. I'm trying to get all my schoolwork done on time, have good grades, because the grades come first, and then have a good season.
Do you know what you want to major in?
Music education.
That's awesome. That's
Yes,
perfect for
sir.
you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Use those talents later in life too.
Yes, sir.
So you want to be like a music teacher somewhere after, let's say, after the NFL days are over?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I really do. I do. So, and I love everything about music. Everything about music excites me. So,
When do you move?
January 9th.
Are you counting down the days?
Yeah.
So
And
what do you
it's sad. I'm getting a little emotional, but I got no choice but to be ready. So,
what are you going to do? The last week, you got plans of things you got to knock out before you say goodbye to everybody and move up to Fayetteville?
oh well, I done did a lot of it. I went to North Little Rock School to talk to the elementary kids. Went to back to my hometown to talk to the elementary kids. So I had to do that first. They look up to me, and I wanted to be a good role model. So
Mm.
yeah, I went and showed some love to them, and really, that's really just it. I really ain't got nothing to knock out the way for real. I've been working out every day still. It's been staying consistent. So that's really it.
What's your message to the kids?
Man, keep going, and keep God first. Without God, there's nothing. And anything is possible. It don't matter what school, what environment you in, you can still make it. It don't matter.
That's awesome. That's great that you're kind of paying it forward and talking to the
Oh,
kids
yes, sir.
and spreading that message. Man, I've enjoyed it. It's been a lot of fun getting to know you, TJ. Best of luck in Fayetteville. I hope the move goes well, and we'll be watching you next season as a Razorback. Pretty cool deal.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Good luck.
sir. Thank you so much.
TJ Hodges joining us. Do me a favor, check out Guadney Buick GMC. Hey, they got the 12 deals of Christmas going on right now. They've got cars, crossovers, trucks, four-wheel drive, SUVs that will get you to grandma's house no matter what this Arkansas weather is like. And these just aren't manager specials. The 12 deals of Christmas, handpicked by Jamie Cobb himself. Plus, if you're looking for a new Guadney Buick GMC is delivering with the 2026 GMC Sierra at 0%, Acadia's at 1.9%. Financing, and terrains are just $279 a month. And business owners, you only have a few more days before the end of the year is here. Guadney Buick GMC has qualifying vehicles that'll help you save on your taxes. It's the 12 deals of Christmas only at Guadney Buick GMC, 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock. You can give them a call, 945-4444. GuadneyBuickGMC.com is the website. GMC, we are professional grade. Let's go to our next interview and bring in Bill Ingram from the Arkansas Hawks, knowing from Real Deal in the Rock. He is our basketball guy. Bill, welcome in to More Sports. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing fine, man. It's a great time of the year. It's plenty of basketball to watch, and I'm taking advantage of it, enjoying every minute of it.
Let's start with the Razorbacks real quick because they're coming off a really good win in Dallas against Texas Tech. Took care of Queens earlier this week. Got Houston tomorrow night, or Saturday, I should say. What do you think of Arkansas so far?
It's obvious I feel like they're getting better, and they're playing some really good teams, which is really good. Like I said, they're playing all the previous Final Eight teams, but they're Elite Eight. They're playing. I think they're getting better and better every game, and they're playing great. It was a great win at Texas Tech. They came back with a solid performance last night. Really took it to that team a couple of days ago, and then of course the big game against Houston. Houston, that'll be I'm can't wait to see that matchup because we all know how difficult it is to score on Houston and how tough they play all the time. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Arkansas respond to that.
A physical brand of basketball. They're a very good defensive team. I'm curious how Acuff handles that, how Trevin Brazil handles the physicality, just what this team can do against the Houston defense. That hangs their hat on defense.
Yeah, this team is outstanding. Of course, they made it to the Final Four, to the national championship game last year, losing to Florida. But this team is outstanding on defense. The coach is old school. It's refreshing to see a coach old school like that and getting that kind of effort out of his players. So I'm really looking forward to the game Saturday to see how Arkansas play against the team. With the way Houston plays so hard and they defend so well, I'm anxious to see how Arkansas respond to that.
What have you seen out of Acuff the last week? It just seems like he's getting better and better and better every game.
Yeah, he looked like he's shifting in another gear. I mean, he was great against Texas Tech. I mean, he was really good. He was really good last night. I mean, he's playing really great basketball, and that's when you got a point guard that's playing like that, that's gonna uplift your team and make guys play better because they're the leaders. I mean, they're the leaders, and he's even moving the ball pretty good. Of course, he's scoring. His defense is good. So, and Houston will be a good stirring test for him because they play really hard on the ball and they really concentrate on stopping the point guard.
In Brazil, I think Trevin Brazil, he's shooting the ball great right now. I mean, making well over 50% of his threes over the last 2 weeks. It's something when he's on, Bill, it just gives this team a different look.
Yeah, when he's on, man, he looked like a lottery pick. I mean, when he's playing well like he's playing now, you look at that guy, you're like, how many guys in the country are better than him at that power forward position? So because he can do so many things, he's shooting the ball well, and it seems like when he shoots the ball well, he does everything else better. His defense is really good. He's rebounding. Of course, he's phenomenal filling the lanes and finishing at the basket. So, and this will be another one of those games that they're going to try to impose their will on him and see if he can keep playing as well as he playing against a really tough defensively team like Houston.
Carter Knox got off to a slow start, but it seems like he's playing better. What's been the key for Carter Knox to start performing?
Well, Wes, we talked about at the beginning of the year. I think going through that NBA stuff, you in the draft, come out the draft. Then when you come out, people telling you all the things you need to do to get better, to improve your draft status. And I think a lot of times guys subconsciously, they can't help themselves to listen to some of that stuff. You heard Coach Cal, we talked about this earlier in the year, but you heard Coach Cal say last week that he telling them, quit listening to everybody, quit worrying about the other stuff and just play. And that's exactly what he meant. And we watched Carter Knox at the beginning of the year. What I say, he was really pressing, trying to, you could tell he was trying to do everything just perfect. Man, you can't play like that. Just go out and play, and that draft status stuff will take care of itself.
What do you feel about the Houston game? You feel good about Arkansas's chances?
I feel good about it. I think, Arkansas proved against Texas Tech they can come from behind, which was great. They proved they could score. They have all the pieces. They got athleticism. You got great guard play. They got shooting with Malik Thomas. And then if Carter Knox, like you said, if Carter Knox step up and play like he's capable of playing, I think Arkansas has a chance of winning, of course. But Houston is. But I'll tell you what, if they can improve in this game and possibly win this game, I think that'll be a huge step. And I think if they do, they can somehow work their way around to being the favorite in the SEC, I think, by winning this game.
I'm glad you mentioned Malik Thomas. Any reason to be concerned about his last couple of games?
No, it's a freshman. You know how fresh they gonna have good games, bad games, but a kid like that can go off on you at any time, and you know that. You look at that kid, and I'm telling you, he has a capability. He can be one of those guys to get in the game and hit 6 or 7 threes and really get it going. So that's just part of the growing process. I think as time go on, he'll be more consistent. But it's just one of those situations now. I think he's still trying to figure his way out on the team, where he fit in, and learning how to play from high school to college is not easy for freshmen all the time. Mm-hmm. And that's why you see them being inconsistent sometimes. They have a great game, and then they may have a couple games where they just kind of be okay. So, but I think, I think this is one of these games where he could step up because bright lights, big city game. I think he's one of those kids that be looking to answer the bell and can step up and have a great game for us.
We just had a big high school weekend last weekend with the Coach Ripley tournament.
Yes.
You guys had some great games going on. What have you learned about some of the high school teams so far early in the season? Anybody sticking out to you?
Well, it's about four. Probably about 5 or 6, maybe 7 guys that you look at, and they all right there together. I think they some of them are teetering line on the power. Some of them are power five. Some of them are right there at the power five status. But last week it was just an incredible weekend at the Charles Ripley Classic at Mills University Studies High School. We had, I think it was 6 overtime games,
Wow.
3 double overtime games. Uh, you know, the last game of the night, the crowd was so huge. We had to stop people from coming in. So it was just basketball is just all time high. Now some of these guys, of course, when we start naming guys, you look at Sean Andrews because he's a top 15 national player, but he's out right now.
Oh, JJ.
And yeah, JJ.
You
I'm
showed
sorry, I
credit.
said Sean. I mean, I know, but I mean JJ.
Yeah.
I still think it's obvious he's the top of the crop. But this is a great high school. When I say class, I'm talking about all the classes. We have a great high school group of young men. Because I actually think you got probably after JJ, I think Elijah Bryant from North Little Rock has snuck in there, and he's really good. He's getting a lot of Power Five interest. Of course, Anthony Spratt has already been offered by Arkansas. You got Jacob Lanier that's signed with Nebraska. You got R.J. Young that's signed with John Pelfrey out of Tennessee Tech. Probably borderline. He's borderline one of those Power Five guys. You got Anthony Hester from Mills that's going to Arkansas State. Cameron B going to UCA, and then you got one of the guys that I think that's a sleeper, a ninth grader, Jamie Dunn in Little Rock Central is going to be another Power Five guy, and then you got Brian Cal Jr., another guard from Benton, and I think he's going to be a Power Five guy. And these last two guys are 28 and 29 guys. So this is I can't call out everybody, but this is just a loaded high school basketball state right now.
Give me a couple teams in each classification to keep an eye on that you think could be state title contenders.
6A, of course, is Bryant. Bryant lost their first game in double overtime this weekend. They got upset by Marion. But Bryant they defending state champions. They've pretty much beat everybody right now. They're not dodging anybody. I think they'll probably be the favorite of 6A. The 5A, I think, is wide open. I think you got Marion just knocked off Bryant. You got Parkview. You got, of course, Little Rock Christian. So you got a whole host of teams in the 5A. It's going to be a great. Now, if Andrews is healthy, then Little Rock Christian should be the favorite. But it's a lot of teams in there capable of winning on any given night. The 4A, I would say it's amazing because the 4A, I would say you got Morton, you got Hall, and Little Rock Mills. Little Rock Mills is defending 4A state championship. They're a veteran team, and they played nothing but 5A and 6A teams, the best 5A and 6A teams in this preseason. So I think, in those three classifications, that's probably what you're looking at. The 3A and the 2A is a little bit more wide open. I like Earl in the 2A, but it's just those two classifications are really wide open, and things will start taking shape. Of course, when the conference play start, which for some of these teams, conference play has already started with one game. Then, of course, after Christmas, then it'll pick up, and it'll be a full slate of conference games.
Can't wait, and can't wait to have you on here on a regular basis to talk high school hoops with us and help us with our high school basketball coverage throughout January, February, and March. It'll be awesome.
Man, I'm looking forward to it, Wes. I'm telling you, man, we in for one this year, but it's gonna be it's been some great high school games so far when conference started. It's gonna get even more intensified because of implications for state tournament seedings.
Bill, thank you. I appreciate you joining us tonight. It was good to talk a little Razorback basketball and some high school basketball with you. We'll do it soon. Have a great Christmas.
Thanks for having me, man. And you too. Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you, Bill. It's Bill Ingram joining us. And yes, he will be a part of our high school basketball coverage over the next couple of months as we really start turning the page from high school football to high school basketball. We'll do the same thing: player of the week, team of the week, talk with some of these young men, some of the coaches, and talking some women's girls basketball too. We're not going to ignore them at all. Big thanks to Guadalupe Buick GMC. Big thanks to you for watching this. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button on YouTube. Subscribe to More Sports on YouTube if you haven't already. And we'll be back at it tomorrow night. We'll be talking a little Razorbacks, preview the big game against Houston, and talking about the King Cotton Holiday Classic. It is right around the corner. We got all the details on that coming up tomorrow on More Sports.
All Arkansas, all sports. It's More Sports.